Welcome to Congressman Phil Gingrey's second opinion of the week. This is May the 22nd, I think, today on Friday. The week started on Monday, and we had a total of 39 hours of markup in this room. This is a little different setting from what you usually see from our opinion of the week. It comes from our congressional office. But we are actually in the Energy and Commerce Committee room, a very hallowed room. A lot of important business is conducted in the Congress here, and of course this is now my committee of jurisdiction. I'm sitting at my normal seat. You see my name plate in front of me. If we'll pan over, we can show you where the chairman of this committee sits. That would be Mr. Waxman, the gentleman from California who's probably been on the committee for 30 years. Representative John Gingrey from Michigan, who has been in the House for 54 years, former chairman of this committee, also sits on the committee as an emeritus chairman. About 55 total members, Republicans and Democrats. What we did this week was debate a bill. Here it is, 932 pages of it, the title of which is the American Clean Energy and Security Act of 2009. On our side of the aisle, the Republican minority side, we like to call this bill the cap and tax bill, because what this does is put an extra burden on every company in this country which either produces or utilizes electricity. And yes, my friends, that does include you, the consumer, the retail customer, the homeowner. The results of this bill, as we try under this new leadership, this new administration, to literally force this country away from fossil fuel into a so-called green economy, where we generate more and more of our electricity from windmills and solar plants, and converting our feedstock, corn, to ethanol and biodiesel, and all of these things that have some value, but I think we're on the verge of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and as a result, causing each homeowner in this country an additional $3,000 a year in added electricity prices. Because what will happen is each company, as I say, that utilizes electricity, if they produce a certain amount, weight by weight, of carbon dioxide, which is now considered a greenhouse gas that could contribute to global warming, and it's considered a pollutant. I'm a doctor, and I don't understand how carbon dioxide should be considered a pollutant, since we all breathe it out of our bodies every day. But in any regard, this Congress has decided it's a very bad thing, and it contributes to global warming, and they're going to do everything in their power to reduce that carbon footprint. That would maybe work out okay if other countries would abide by the same rules and regulations. But the two big emitters, and a third of our world's population, are the countries of India and China, and they're not required to do anything. So what we end up doing is increase the cost of doing business in our country. We lose hundreds of thousands of jobs, and we lose companies that go offshore. They'll go to India or China or somewhere where they're not bound by all these rules and regulations. They'll make products cheaper because their power cost is less, and then they'll ship them back to us and sell them at our Walmarts or other mass outlets in this country, and so our balance of trade worsens with China. Well, I could go on and on and on, but I think you understand what I'm talking about. It's been a tough week for the Republican minority and for the American people in the Congress. We do have a second opinion. We have a better energy bill on all of the above, where we say, look, we've got oil and gas here, and it's where does it stay? It stays in the ground. We need to drill for those resources. We need to utilize them. We need to utilize alternative energy sources, of course. But it's an all-of-the-above approach, and we're not going to wreck our industry in the process. So stay tuned. I look forward to seeing you next week. We will have the Memorial Day home district work period, so it'll be over a week before I'm back with you. The next thing on our agenda right here in this same committee room will be the reform of our healthcare system. Stay tuned and watch out.